these candidates, we've been recruiting them for months, and they're stepping up. They're getting involved, they're getting active, and we need to support them. With that, we want to make an announcement about next month's meeting. Penny, you want to come up and tell us what we're going to do, what the event we have on the training? We'll take 2 minutes to do that.
Get them, Penny.
We're going to do some grassroots training. You know, I was one of the people from this area who went to Austin and was there for every hearing on the pro-life bills. Went yesterday, came home at 3 o'clock this morning. We saw that happen because the individuals show up. I also saw the other side completely organized. We're not completely organized. So are we going to get organized? Are we going to learn what to do? Or are we going to stay like we are? So we have an opportunity to learn how to be organized and how to speak to the public and gather them together for things that are American. Because we still are the 50 United States of America. We've forgotten that. We're not Democrats and Republicans. We're Americans. And if each of us had Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, if each of us thought as an American, we wouldn't have all this division. We'd have good Democrats, good Republicans, good whatever. So let's think about America. Let's get on with it. So we're going to have training.
On August 10th, there's going to be training, and it starts at 9 o'clock to 9 to noon. It's going to be for people who want, they call it new leader training, because all of us really need to step up and become leaders in this if we want to win the fight. And then afternoon, it's going to be for candidates specifically, or for people who really want to help out the candidate win. It's very reasonable. It's $15 for the new leader training, and then $25 for the candidate training. Now, we're having somebody flying from Kansas with the American majority. And how many of y'all have taken the American majority course? Does anyone want to say just what they learned from it in a few seconds? Linda, would you like to?
It was a couple of years ago, but if my memory serves me correctly, it is really good because it gives you the details that you don't think about. And so then you can start thinking about them. And then it also gives you ideas of what you can do, ideas that are kind of, that you don't normally think about because you're not used to thinking in the political realm. So it gives you those ideas and those thoughts that you don't think about. And so you go away with things that you can really use afterwards. So it kind of puts you in a different mindset.
Thank you, Linda. Han, do you want to say something?
Bill and I found Frank there at one of those trainings. It was a good find.
I just highly recommend you going. One thing that I know that we'll go over is the social media. And I have noticed when we post something on Facebook, on the Ellis County Facebook page, and if just 4 people share it, the coverage goes into hundreds. And it's just so amazing. And when nobody shares what's on there, you know, very few people see it. So if you're not real familiar with how to do that, you know, come to the class and learn how to use social media better so we can spread our news in our county. To register, you go online, Ellis County Tea Party, there will be a link to register. And you go in there, give your name, information, and pay right away. Very simple. I hope we have this room completely full next month, August 10th. For any more information, just send email to info@elliscountyteaparty.org and we'll answer it.
It'll be here in this room.
It will be here in this room.
Next month,
August 10th.
August 10th, 9 a.m.
But they really need people to go ahead and register and pay right now because they're coming from Kansas. They don't want to come if, you know, we don't have a good showing. So please register. We need 25, but we want a whole bunch more.
The Tea Party is paying for the room, and the PAC is paying for lunch. So you have nothing holding you back. And as you see, a lot of the people that took the training before are now very active because they do teach you how to communicate with other outside groups and how to get active And that's a first step for a lot of people in this room, because now the Tea Party, as we've told you before, is more activist. We are going to be a lot more active and put feet on the ground and help these candidates in a lot of different ways. From attending a lot of commissioner court meetings, school board meetings, or whatever it is. But we are going to become more activists, and this is great training that will make you feel a lot more comfortable when you do it and how to talk to people. And with that, Dan Davis has asked me to make an announcement that we are recruiting precinct chairman. We've got a number of candidates that are going to have to leave their precincts here soon, so we're actively recruiting precinct chairs to retain the Tea Party's influence in the Ellis County Republican Party. We don't have the time today, so we will do it next week, but I want you all to bring your precinct card, your voter registration cards, and we're going to get on the map and you're going to see where you live, and we're going to go through some of that so you can get active even in that way.
And it is the yellow one, the baby
Yes.
blue one, it's got a different number on it.
Correct. The yellow one is your new one.
And
The blue one
it has the
and the pink orange one are old ones. So you've been redistricted.
And this shows you in the little squares, you can read the little squares right here, and it tells you in every district precinct, it tells you where you are. So some of us don't know where we are, we can pull this out and we can find it right here.
Frank?
Since you mentioned precinct chairs, anybody here who is a precinct chair who would be willing to have their name on a endorsement page on our website for our campaign, if you'd let me know, I would be honored to have that endorsement. Thank you.
So we will be actively recruiting you to be at least precinct chair. It's a rather fun job, especially when you get into some of the Republican meetings. And if you haven't attended a Republican meeting, you should. First Tuesday of every month, 7 o'clock. Where? Visitors are welcome.
201 Water Ferris.
Well, it's on, what's
201 Paris.
201 Ferris,
Catty corner from Omenberger.
right behind the Main Street fire station. Very easy to find. You're very welcome to attend. And with that, no questions, comments, Amy?
Amy, like 60 seconds.
I would like 60 seconds, real quick.
Okay, we're timing.
Counting now.
Wait a second. 60 seconds. Okay, some of y'all know that I've been going to some of these RNC meetings just as a guest. Lately, they have decided, after whining at the last RNC meeting, that we need to overcome this image of the GOP as the party of the old rich white men, that they are now going to start charging $50 a pop for a guest pass just to get into these RNC meetings. And their meal tickets have gone from $20 to $25 to $50 and $75 a piece to get into these rooms with these people. There's a lot of stuff going on in the resolutions and rules that will affect your next nominee for president. So try to keep an eye on what's going on the national stage. Dan's a good source for that. Bill's back there. But other than that, we'll probably be, watch my Facebook page. Amy, Keith, I'm going to be posting some stuff about that too. But I'll stop there. Thank you.
We are going to be training how to be precinct chairs. A lot of what we're going to do, starting to do next month, is there is formal precinct chair training. So you don't feel like you have to just get thrown in and not know what you're supposed to be doing. We're going to help you with that. That's part of the training next month. And we're going to have the regular August Tea Party meeting will be a continuation of what they learned during the day. And we're going to talk about training, how to become a precinct chair, how to do a lot of these things at a grassroots level. So with that, record time, 8 o'clock.
4 seconds?
4 seconds.
Listen, as you heard me complain about Commissioner's Court and changing those times, I want you to know Paul Perry was the one guy that voted against that, not to change those times so more people could show up. Okay, so if you don't know Paul Perry, I want you to know he didn't vote to change those times.
And my apologies to Hugh Reynolds. He was prepared to do his Obamacare presentation. We'll fit him in at a future date very soon, because it is a very good presentation. I think he's got 2 very good presentations that we'd like you to see. So with that, thank you very much for coming, and we'll see you next month. And be sure and sign up for the training next month, August 10th.
I've got a ballot petition for Frank, if you haven't signed it yet, we really appreciate you signing for us.